This home behind me just sold for $1,735,000, and inside it hasn't been updated since the 1990s. Not a single modern finish in sight. Here's the wild part. This isn't rare in White Rock. It got me thinking, is White Rock still affordable, or are we all just pretending that it is? And more importantly, what does it really take to live here? In today's video, we're breaking down the true cost of living in White Rock and South Surrey. We're gonna go through housing prices, everyday expenses, and a few financial surprises that most people don't discover until their first tax bill shows up. If you're thinking about moving here, or maybe you already live here and want to know where your money is disappearing, you're gonna want to stick around.
Only get one chance to buy or sell your next home. Let's get it right.
I'm Darren, and I've been helping people buy and sell in this area since 2007 as part of one of the top real estate teams in the entire Lower Mainland. Whether your move is 3 months or 3 years away, we'd love to be your local guide. Click the link in the description below to connect with us, and we'll make sure that your move to White Rock or South Surrey is as smart, smooth, and stress-free as it could possibly be. Let's talk eating out. Dinner at a casual restaurant in White Rock will cost you about $22.50, and in Vancouver, around $25. Want to go fancy? Maybe a 3-course dinner for 2 in White Rock, that's going to average you about $100, where in Vancouver it's $105. Not a huge price gap, but you're still paying coastal city prices either way. Talking about utilities, here's a surprise for a lot of newcomers to White Rock that utilities are significantly higher here. You're looking at about $240 per month for a standard apartment setup here, but in Vancouver it's closer to $168. So why is this? Well, think of White Rock's utilities like a boutique gym. Fewer members, smaller space, and lots of specialized upgrades needed often. Meanwhile, Vancouver's utilities are like a national gym chain that's got a massive user base, economies of scale, and fewer per person costs. So while the view might be free in White Rock, the heat and water, not so much. While we are on top of money, if you are thinking of buying a home and saving money like an absolute pro, you're gonna wanna grab a copy of our 21 grants, rebates, and incentives available right now for home buyers just like you. This is where you can effectively get money from the government or give less money to the government when you buy a home, so you don't want to miss out on these. Ready for download in the description. Public transportation isn't exactly a bargain either. A monthly transit pass in White Rock will likely run you about $30 more than that compared to Vancouver. So why the premium? Well, it's simple, because you're further from the urban core, and those extra zones, well, they come with extra cost. Now next, before we get into the actual prices of real estate in both South Surrey and White Rock, if you're looking to actually move here and buy something, we need to talk about rent, because maybe you're looking to rent. And here's where White Rock really pushes back. Rent for a 1-bedroom apartment downtown in downtown Vancouver, well, you're looking at nearly $2,900. And for a similar 1-bedroom in White Rock, well, you're looking just over $2,000 at $2,060. A 3-bedroom rental, well, it tells much of the same story. In White Rock, you're looking around $3,500 per month, whereas in Vancouver, you're looking at over $5,300 a month. And all these stats, these are coming from the website Numbeo, who polls residents all the time to see exactly what they're paying for their basic needs. This means that for families that are wanting more space, that is a major difference and often the deciding factor in choosing where to live. Now, let's talk about home prices. White Rock versus South Surrey versus Vancouver. We're getting into the big ticket items here now, home ownership. Most people assume that White Rock is actually the priciest part south of the Fraser, but South Surrey is actually more expensive when it comes to things like detached homes, and that's by about $120,000. So why is that? Well, it's not about ocean views. Obviously, ocean view properties are worth more money, but it's more about the lot size and the style. South Surrey often has larger estate-style homes, often tucked away on big lots in neighborhoods like Elgin or Crescent Park. Well, White Rock, they've got smaller lots, especially on the hillside where space is quite tight, and you're often paying a premium for the view, but not necessarily the square footage. The current benchmark prices, White Rock, for detached homes comes in as the day of filming this video at $1,785,000. However, South Surrey, for the benchmark price of a detached home, comes in at $1,905,000. But Vancouver, here's the big reveal. That same detached home, or at least the benchmark price for that same detached home in Vancouver, comes in at a whopping $2,640,000. If you're doing the math at home, this is almost $735,000 more for a home in Vancouver than it would be in South Surrey. In other words, if you skipped the Vancouver market, you'd have enough left over to buy a second property or fund your renos twice over. What about townhomes? Well, South Surrey and White Rock as a whole, benchmark price price came in at about $945,000, whereas Vancouver, the same property, or at least the benchmark price, comes in at $1,350,000. Again, this is about $405,000 worth of difference just for townhomes alone. And if you're someone that's looking for a condominium, well, the story is relatively similar. In the area of South Surrey, White Rock as a whole, the benchmark price came in at $625,000, whereas in Vancouver, it came in at $810,000. That's roughly about $185,000 in difference in purchase price. So no, living in White Rock, it's not cheap. But if you compare it to other areas of the Lower Mainland, which generally is quite expensive, areas like Vancouver, you get more home, more yard, and in many cases, a more laid-back lifestyle at a much lower price point. Look, living in White Rock means making a choice. You're not buying the cheapest option like other areas of the Lower Mainland, like let's say Surrey or Langley, but you are buying into a lifestyle that comes with value that you can't always measure on paper. If you're thinking about making a move and want to make sure that the numbers and the neighborhood are the right fit for you, you can check out our Living in White Rock playlist on this channel. We'll help you figure out not just where to live, but how to live and how to live well. And there also is a fourth type of home that I didn't put you on to today that is available in White Rock. They're not overly prevalent. They're a little harder to find, but these properties have helped eager home buyers struggling to get into this beautiful neighborhood find a ton of space for their families at a much more reasonable price than some of the numbers that we talked about in today's video. If you're interested to learn more, I'm going to fill you in fully on the video coming up next. So I'll see you over there right now.
Most buyers in South Surrey feel stuck between two choices, and let's be honest, neither one of them feels quite right. This is a townhome. While an affordable option that can offer the space a family needs, it comes with hundreds of dollars in strata fees, restricting bylaws, taking away from living the life that you want in your own home